Welcome to the Calmpills Pod. Here I am. I am here and I'm letting the world know that I'm here through my choice to be brave, through my work. And this is my legacy. But how about you? Is there something that you are passionate about that you can't seem to get off the ground? Today we are going to be using this time to talk about a subject that not many people like to talk about, and that is the subject of rejection. Better yet, you're going to learn how to overcome pain and rejection. So, if you stick around long enough, you'll be able to grasp a deeper underlying, let's just say, situation that makes us feel that it is possible for us to be rejected by someone. When we feel that we are being rejected by someone, is that really the case? Or is there something like a deeper, troubling source beneath this feeling that we have not yet explored? It takes a certain level of awareness and understanding to come to the realization that when we feel that we are being rejected by someone, could it be that we have somehow rejected ourselves? And sometimes it is not easy to know straight away if we haven't done the work to see what has caused us to believe that it is possible for someone to reject us. So let's go deeper. I promise you that this is going to feel a bit uncomfortable, but this is something that you need to explore if you're going to learn how to overcome pain and rejection. I know you might be thinking, what are you talking about? Why would I reject myself? When I've given it all in this relationship, I gave my money, I gave my time, I gave my body, I gave my spirit. Why would I reject myself? It's okay, I understand. But let's go a little bit deeper, shall we? And let's figure out exactly what I'm trying to say when I say, could it be that you have rejected yourself? Is it possible that you may have begun this relationship with a lot of self-sacrificing, thinking, if I do this for that person, if I put myself in the background and push them forward ahead, this person might feel that, this person will see how much I love and care about them. But another way of looking at this is, did you try to buy them with your self-sacrificing? In other words, you try to buy them with what you have to give and what you have to sacrifice. You may even feel that you are somehow better off than that person. Maybe better off in terms of education, in terms of affluence, or in some other way. Sometimes we are taught delusional things that we must do in order to get or keep a certain person. This relates to all kinds of rejection, whether it is childhood where you were accepted by one parent or maybe being rejected by another, whether it is from your school days where you had a teacher with her self-prophecy that might say, oh, you're not good at math or you never be good at anything, irrespective of where you felt that at some point you were rejected in life. One of the things that you must do is learn to see where that pain started, and most importantly, to see how you will be able to overcome the feelings of pain and rejection. So we've covered what it feels like to be rejected. We've also looked a little bit into, could it be that you rejected yourself through the medium of self-sacrificing, sometimes through the medium of settling for something less than what you feel you were to be settled for. And at times you might even reject yourself because you felt that you were better off than someone else, only to find out that that person is thinking the same thing of you. But irrespective of whatever the stem of this rejection is, the feeling is not nice. So the point I'd like you to take away is this: you may have played a part in people treating you in a way lesser than what you think you are. And that could be knowingly or unknowingly. And now the time has come for you to self-reflect. The time has come for you to analyze the incidences in your life to see where you went wrong. And also to think of better ways in which you can improve yourself and in which you can think about yourself. Here is something to think about. Could it be that one or both of you were broken? The next question to think about is, could you forgive yourself for making the choice at the time that you did? If you can truly see the other person for who they really are, behind the pretenses and behind the camouflage, but you forgive them anyway. And it is the same thing for yourself. If you can truly see that at that time you were broken and that you did not quite know what you were doing, could you forgive that person? And could you forgive yourself? Forgiveness does not necessarily mean reconciliation. I know many people think that, but that is not the case. Forgiveness could look like tearing up the false picture that you painted of that individual and really begin to see the person for who they are, for what they are, and for what they truly represents in your life at the time and in their own life. But here you have a blank canvas for you to reframe and to redraw the picture of that individual for what you actually see them as they are. Here you have the framework to repaint that picture of the individual, because now you have a complete picture and a complete understanding of who that person is and what they stand for. So rejection, although painful, can be a good thing because it leads to forgiveness. It leads you to come to realize that at some point in your life, you too were at one point broken. And if you weren't, you probably would not have made that choice. And it leads you to understand that reframing the past can allow us to move on into the future and to live our best life. A better reframing would look like this: he was broken, and so was I. I can see that now because I'm doing the work on myself. I rejected myself first by choosing to be with someone who I would not have chosen otherwise. Meaning that you would have paid more attention in the earlier days to really see if you were compatible with this person or not. You would have paid more attention to the lies, to the criticism, and to everything that they said and did in the earliest stage of the relationship. I have rejected myself, and now I can see that it was easier to blame the other person. But I know better now, and I plan to do better in the future. Have you been able to spot the key points in this discussion? The first point is you cannot be rejected by someone else unless you have either knowingly or unknowingly rejected yourself. When you analyze your frame of self at the time, hopefully you would have been able to come to a conclusion of the truth. Secondly, you get to rewrite history by reframing the past, by looking at what happened and looking at why it happened, so now you can come to a better conclusion of your future. Now you can relax, have a breather, and start reframing your future. It is as simple as that, but my friends, it takes time and it takes practice. And this is where we can help you to be able to become a better narrator of your life and to write or rewrite your story. The hero's journey is a gradual process that happens outside of the eye or the eyes of the public. Why not begin today? I am happy that you took time out to listen to me. I want to thank you for your time. And today I have a gift for you. This is my first book. It's called A Penny Drop. And in here is a little secret, and also the chapter that we just discussed a while ago about how to overcome pain and rejection. You will get more in details in this book. And I would like to give you a free copy. So if you want a copy of this book, please click on the link in the description of this video and I will send it over to you.